Hello, Monkey John Dad here. I guess I'm not in character. Let me get my hat on. Whatever hat I got on this time. All right, just got through scouting for turkeys. Let me turn my radio down. Scouting for turkeys and didn't see any, which is not a good sign. But going tomorrow, a guy said he saw a couple, so we're gonna ease in the woods. I'm gonna meet him about 4:30 in the morning. Get after a good night's sleep, you know, got to get your rest and everything, and then get me a cup of coffee, and get me a good cup of hot coffee in the morning. I might take a little extra for sitting in the blind, and then get me a biscuit, you know, one of them big cat head, fluffy, you know, them layered biscuits. Like it looks like a whole bunch of little shells got put together. And then you know, you got to coat that thing with butter. It's like or you can put molasses on there, I guess, too, but I like butter. Just sop it, you know, let that butter get on top, and then it eases down, and it'll kind of fall off at each level of the biscuit till it gets to the bottom, which is fine. And then, you know, I like to sometimes cook a little sausage or a little bacon or whatever. Depends on how much time you got. Now, a lot of times you'll take a bacon that might be, you know, 2 foot long and 3 foot wide and throw it in the pan 5 minutes on hot, pull it out, and they no bigger than French fry. But good God, is it good? I guess all the gristles and the fats and stuff get in there or whatever, but you can take that bacon and then you obviously put it on that biscuit. You got to decide which layer of that buttered shelf you want to cut. You cut high on the biscuit if you got a crispy biscuit on the top, or you can cut low on the biscuit. It depends on how you, or you can just cut right down in the middle of the biscuit, I guess, if you want to. Let me pause for a second. I got to check something out. Okay, I'm back. I think we was talking about turkey hunting. And, that's too close, isn't it? We was talking about turkey hunting and getting ready to go turkey hunting. Where was we at? Oh, we was on the biscuit. You got to have a biscuit before you go turkey hunting, and coffee. So, now, like I said, you could do the bacon or you could do the sausage or whatever. I would do the bacon if you have time, because, you know, that... Once it gets down to that gristle, it's not gristle, it's where all the flavors are in that bacon, you know, but there's not a lot of it. But now while you're doing that, you done popped your egg, and you got your egg sitting in there that's floating up on that bacon grease. It's not touching the pan, it's floating, suspended. And you got a couple of options there. You could poke at the egg. Excuse me one more second. All right, sorry about that. I had a future juvenile delinquent interfere with my driving here. But we were talking about turkey hunting. You got to stay focused on turkey hunting. That's why I went out scouting today. Youth season comes in tomorrow, so I'm taking pickle. So, what was I talking about? Getting ready for the hunt. Oh, breakfast. Gotta have a good breakfast. Turkey hunting's all about turkeys, but you got to start off with a good belly full. My go-to is a biscuit. I don't know if I think I told you a little bit about the biscuit, how to make a biscuit. Well, you can make a biscuit any way you want to. Some people get the frozen biscuits, you know, and microwave for a second, and then they eat half frozen, half whatever it is. But if you want to get one of them big cat head biscuits, you know, them big fluffy them biscuits that if you sit there and look at it, if you have a biscuit in front of you and you look at it for a minute, it will get bigger on its own. I've seen biscuits go from little bitty biscuits and they just grow in front of you. Sign of a good biscuit. But turkey hunting, and I think I was talking about getting the egg with the biscuit and letting that. So that egg's gonna float on that bacon grease. It's gonna pop. But when you get the egg out, it's gonna have a layer of that lard grease all over it, so it's slick. So you can just slide it on that biscuit, or you could slide it over that bacon. You could probably slide it over concrete. It don't matter, because it's gonna have that protective pre-lubed layer of bacon fat, grease, sizzling, popping. So you get all that together and you done built you a biscuit. And then you got to wrap that up because you're going to want to eat it right there, but don't, because you might have to use the bathroom because you got an hour probably trip, and then you got to get set up. You know how it goes in the morning. So you want to hold that biscuit and then get all your stuff together and then get ready to go turkey hunting. And what is the world? Look like a pig. The part of the state I'm in, there are pigs, coyotes, bobcats, supposed to be turkeys. I'll let you know tomorrow. All right, well, I'm gonna head on back to the house. Scouting is done, blind is set up, and all we're doing is waiting for opening day. All right, Monkey John Dad out.